Hi everyone, I'm Rachel from Your Time Now, and I wanted to come on and share what a day for me looks like when we have this type of energy that we've got today with the Great Conjunction and also the winter solstice. So for me, I wanted to take advantage of these days. I am highly intuitive. I use a lot of meditations and energy work to shift things that are going on in my life, limiting beliefs, things that are holding me back. And I thought, I do a lot of this naturally, and it comes from a bit of practice. But people who come into my world and see what I do, they might not know what it looks like for me when I'm scheduling some healing or I'm scheduling some digging deep work. Now, I wanted to share that with you so that you can get a little glimpse into what I do. And also, I'll be teaching this throughout next year, so don't panic. It's not something you should just know. But I wanted to show you what I do to commit to moving myself forward, because when I do my meditations and when I do my healing, it is all about growing. It's all about shifting things that are holding me back, helping me to move forward. I have big plans for my business and how I want to help people in this world. And the way I need to do that is to remove all the blocks and all the baggage that I have. So I do a lot of this healing work myself, but I have coaches and I have people in my world that can shift this energy for me as well. So I don't just rely on me all of the time. But it is really good to have a practice where you can shift things too. So for me, meditation is the key. That is where I go in and I speak to my guides, I speak to my angels, and I use the information. And it might not be clear at first. They might give you it in clues, and it's like a little treasure hunt that you have to go and hunt down. But it all comes together eventually. So for me, having a meditation practice and having just a journal, which look, it is just literally a notepad. That is my journal. It's nothing fancy. It's just a notepad. And doing this practice for me, especially around this energy that we've got, is huge. So this solstice and the Great Conjunction is all about transforming from having this materialistic world, thinking that success is gained through power, taken things over, taken physical things over. And it is now shifting into this age of Aquarius, which is all about bringing your thoughts into reality. It's this air sign. It's this real unity vibe. It's community, bringing community together, which is exactly what I try and do in my Your Time Now groups. I am all about collaboration. It is really about bringing people together, using each other's skills and making life so much more beautiful and so much more powerful and magical from doing it. So that is exactly what I try and do. Now, to tap into this energy this time, I really wanted to clear what wasn't serving me anymore. So from this old way of being, what did I need to let go of? So for me, I was drawn to do the meditation that we did for the blue moon. So I did the one where you step into the fire, you let go of everything that isn't releasing you, and you arise like a phoenix. Because I feel the energy at the minute is about us shedding what we don't need and really stepping into what do we want to become, who do we want to become, what do we want life to look like, and what do we want life to look like without all of these society norms holding us back and all this way that we've been made to feel from the patriarchy and all of them different things that are fed into the way that we've been brought up. How do we want life to be without them limitations? And that is what I wanted to feel. And that's why I did that meditation and I rose up like a phoenix and it felt amazing. But after that, I thought, right, I need to go a bit deeper. I need to see what this great conjunction is doing for me. So from that meditation, I did release things from my ancestral. So I felt like there was a chain going through my ancestral lines, and when I rose like a phoenix, the chain just burnt away. It fizzled away, and I was able to free myself from the flames and actually swirl around all of my ancestors and have them there supporting me. And when I did that meditation, they were literally lifting me up and praising me afterwards because they felt the freedom as well. So even though that was so powerful, I still felt afterwards there's something missing. I need to know, what is the message? Yes, I'm freeing all these ancestral chains, which feels amazing, but there's something that I need to shift just to move to that next level. So I went into the Akashic Records. Now, the Akashic Records is your soul book library. So basically, everything you've done in your life, everything you've done in the past lives, is recorded in this soul book library, and also anything you're going to do in the future. So once you know how to get into your Akashic Records, you can see things that have happened, you can help to clear things that have happened, and you can move forward and use things from the future to help you in your life as well. Now, this is a course I'm going to be doing next year, hopefully beginning of next year, because it has shifted me massively. And I will go into that with you at some point. So keep following everything I do, because you'll hear about all this stuff. But what I found from there, they taught me a little bit about forgiveness. So they give me a quote, and I'm going to share that with you. And it was, forgiveness is finally saying, you can't change the past. It is finally accepting that you cannot change the past. And it's actually accepting that how it happened was meant to be, and it was the perfect way to create who you are today. And who you are today is exactly who you need to be for your future self. Now imagine that. We cling on to things so much, and we have all these past hurts, and we have all these past concerns and problems with people in our life, and it's hard to let that go. But just imagine that us not letting that go is us wanting to really change the past. We are wanting to dig into what happened and make it right and make it fair and make it okay. We can never do that. What happened has happened. It has already gone. We can never change it. We can't make it better for that person who had to feel it then. We can't do that. But what we can do is we can accept that it had to happen exactly as it was. It was perfect as it was. Everything you went through was meant to happen to create who you are today. Without any of them events, without any of them bits, you would not be who you are. And if you're listening to this, you're looking at transforming something, you're looking at becoming a better version of yourself. So that version of you could not be that version of you without that thing that has happened to you. So how long are we going to hold on to the fact that it shouldn't have happened? We need to let these things go. We need to do the healing, and we need to respect that it was part of the journey to get you to where you're meant to be. And if you're in this group and you're following all of this, then I imagine that where you're meant to be is going to be amazing. So let that go. You can take anything from this was so powerful for me. Just let that go. It was exactly what had to happen. So that was a big shift for me. And after that, I just felt like I am free. I could let all them family ties go. I could let everything, just accept what's happened, because I cannot change any of it. And would I want to? Because it really dug me into the things I'm doing now. If them things hadn't have happened, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. So I am so grateful. So I've actually changed this into gratitude. I feel grateful for it. So this was big energy shifts, and I felt ready then to write my letter to the universe. So I wrote down to the universe, what is it I want to create? What do I want life to look like? So that's what I put in my letter. And then what I did was have a bath, some self-care, because that was a lot of stuff. That was a lot of shifting. That was a lot of things going on. Now you might be thinking, where the hell does she get all this time for this? But I planned the time in today to do this rest, to do what I needed to do, to shift so that I could make the best of this energy. So I did plan this time in to do this. And my meditations aren't too long. They're maybe 10 to 15 minutes. They're not, an hour's worth of meditation. It sounds like I got a hell of a lot, but your brain works that fast. You get it very, very quick. So I get it really quick, and then I write it down in my journal, and that's it. And you're talking about 10 to 15 minutes. It isn't an all day thing. So once I wrote my letter, I wanted to have a bath. I wanted to clear the energy. I just wanted to let things go. Now, before I went in the bath, I have an app on my phone, which is the Rebecca Campbell app, and it's got her cards on there. Now, I pulled a card just to see what was happening after I'd done all these shifts, because I thought, wow, that's amazing. I've done so much. And then the Tower card come up, the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? I thought, Jesus, what am I clinging on to? I've just done all this energy healing. What could be left? And I got this card yesterday as well. So I thought, right, I need to listen to this. This really, I need to see what's going on. So when I did my bath, I put some Florida water in for the added spirituality. I lit a candle, and I just called in all my angels, all my guides, and all my ancestors. And I just asked them, what am I holding on to? And I said, please show me what it is. Now, they showed me a vision that come through, and I just settled my mind, I just settled my breathing, and I let come through what come through. So they took me back to somewhere I've been in my Acacia Records, and it was me in a well. So I was down the bottom of a well. I was a witch. Well, I was called a witch. I was actually a healer, but witch is fine with me anyway. So I was a witch, and the village had turned me in a sense, because they were scared, and that was why. So when I was at the bottom of the well, I was there with one of my ancestors. She was keeping me safe, but I did eventually die that way. And I've found this through a past life when I went back through the Acacia Records. But today in the bath, they took me back there. And when they took me back there, they showed me that I had actually made a soul contract. I had made a soul pact. And I was saying that I was never going to let myself be vulnerable again to let people hurt me. And that was powerful. And then I seen different things that were happening in this life about how I come across as quite guarded, how I keep people at arm's length, which I have done a lot through my life. And I was still getting hurt because people would keep me at arm's length, or people wouldn't get the real me because I was never showing them the real me. So there was always this guarded way. So I would end up getting hurt anyway. So this pact I made to protect myself wasn't working. So what I did during this meditation, I just called in Archangel Michael, who will cut the cords for you and seal it. And I asked him to cut this cord to this soul contract. And he cut it, and it was as if he pulled two great big chains, one out of her and one out of me. And once it was out of us, I felt that release. I could feel myself breathe again. And it was like a huge chain that had sat here. So I pulled this out, and I let him seal the energy. Now, when he sealed the energy, it just let her be free. So what actually happened, and what I'd seen, was the well filled with soil. So Gaia let the well fill up with soil, and at the top there was little snowdrops in the soil. So it was so beautiful. And then she got buried by this lovely pond, and there were snowdrops all around, and there was all this greenery and abundance. And also the villagers used to visit as in a bit of a shrine, because she gave up herself to save them. So I felt like I freed that version of me, and also done what I needed to do. So what I did after that, because that was a lot, I just did the cord cutting meditation, which is only 5 minutes, but I just let that clear anything. And literally what happened in that, Michael wrapped around a blue cord all the way around my body and all the way around hers and just sealed it all and just let it all seal, let it all heal. Now, this is huge, a huge bit of energy shifting today, a huge bit of like, whoa. I used to do meditations and I never used to get any images. So if you're listening to this, like, this is crazy, what is she talking about? Don't panic, because we all have different ways of picking things up. And this has come through time and practice, but as well through knowing exactly what to do and what to ask. So I use the Acacia Records now to clear this stuff out. And I don't, like I said, I don't always do it alone. Sometimes I need to go and see an energy healer to shift things. Sometimes I need to speak to my coach to shift things. And everyone should have a coach. You know, I am a coach myself, and I coach people and I teach people all this intuition stuff, but it doesn't mean I am not coachable. I am coachable too. So I have a coach because I want to keep growing. I want to keep pushing past this stuff. I don't want this holding me back. I want to live my best life. So you need to be open to doing different things. Now, I don't know how this will help, but for me, I was just really pulled to share this with you, especially how deep I went today. This is a lot that has happened, and I just wanted to let you know that this is the type of work I do to push myself forward. This is the type of work I do with my coaching programs. So we've just finished Find Your Inner Magic. This is the type of work I do with them girls to move them forward. And they are getting messages like this. They are doing things like this as well, just from spending 10 weeks with me. So they have had some amazing shifts. I do stuff like this in my meditation group, well, the membership group, and the meditations are all in there for people to do the shifts themselves. So there is going to be so much good stuff coming in 2021. And if I hadn't tapped into all this magic, I wouldn't know that my past lives like that were having such a big impact on me. I thought I'd shifted stuff this morning. I thought I was on it. I was like, yeah, I've shifted all this stuff. And then they're like, there's something else. But that something else wasn't even in this life. It was affecting this life, but it was in my past life. So this stuff blows my mind. And I spent so many years looking for magic, looking for it. Like, I craved magic. I was like, there has to be some magic in this world. It's so dull, so vanilla. There's got to be something. I used to watch Harry Potter and films like that just to get magic in my life. And now I get it every single day when I go inside and I listen to what my guides are telling me. And it's shifted so much. And recording this is shifting so much because you can hear it in my voice. My throat chakra is going, ah. So it's a definite shift for me today. I need to drink lots of water. I need to keep on top of that and make sure I'm doing my aftercare. So I'm going out for a walk in a minute. I'm doing everything I need to do. But if you were blown away by what I've said today, then keep watching everything I'm doing, because if you open yourself up with your intuition, you've got more magic there and more power to shift things in your life than you could ever imagine. Now, this just blows my mind every day. I let magic in every single day, and I want to bring that to you guys as well. So that's what I do through my membership. That's what I do through my programs, my one-to-one programs that I do 3-month packages. And I just want to open things up for people. I want you to see that there's ways to grow and evolve that don't necessarily have to be what you ever expected. So I hope that helps. I really wanted to share it with you, and let me know if it's resonated with you. Okay, bye.